Hi Bailey, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your video evaluation. So let's get started. I've watched your video a couple times, and the first thing I notice is as tall as you are, Bailey, for as big as you are, you need to get a little wider. We need to have a real good stable foundation to our swing, and that all begins with your feet. So we got to get you a little bit wider. And as far as your hands go, you know, you really don't get yourself into a good, what we call a launch position or a position of power. Your hands are pretty low. Okay, at this point of where we're at in the process of hitting, you know, your hands should be a little bit higher than that. Okay, because we remember we have to be, our swing is like an airplane landing at the airport. We have to have a gradual descent. Planes don't drop out of the sky, thank God. And they take a gradual descent down to the runway, and we have to take a gradual descent down to the contact area. And so we gotta get your hands a little bit higher. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward here a little bit. And the first thing I see is that front foot, Bailey. That front foot right now should be pointing just like your back foot. When you open that front foot up, Bailey, you start a string of not good things to happen, okay? Number one, it opens up your front hip. And when your front hip opens up, it makes you susceptible to opening up your front shoulder too early. As we're going to watch here, as you swing, okay, lousy pitch, but when you make contact, you know, your chest and belly button's facing towards the pitcher. And a lot of that has to do with your front foot being open that early. Okay? Your feet should be parallel right now. And you should try to take a swing and keep those feet parallel, especially that front foot. Okay? You should feel the urge, Bailey, for your front foot to want to twist open or your front foot to want to roll over. But you have to fight that. You have to fight that urge. And when you do it correctly, you create resistance between your backside leg, your back knee, and the front side of your front foot. That resistance creates power. When you have no resistance between your front side and your back side, you are losing almost all of your power. You're just swinging with your arms. Okay, so we got to make sure that we understand how the backside works. We take that back knee, let's see where you are at contact here. Take that back knee, and with as much force as we can, we drive that down to the inside of that front foot. Okay, you can see your front foot kind of wanting to peek a little bit. That's okay. The urge there that should happen to you, but we don't want to let it happen. And that's why I think if you got a little bit wider, you'd have a better opportunity to create more power by using your backside. Okay, so the next step is where you are at contact. Okay, so we're going to bring the down here, right there's contact. Okay, so not terribly bad there with your chest there. You did a little better job with your chest. Okay, this is pretty good here. Right there, that's pretty good. But your other arm should be straight. You've got a little bit of we call a bowed front arm. And what that usually ends up happening is a lot of guys that use that, get that position, have a tendency to want to get a lot of balls in the air. And you can see, Bailey, you get no extension away from your body. Right now, your bat there should be about 4 to 6 inches between the knob of your bat and your body. And it looks like it's actually sticking out of your belly button right now. So part of that has to do with that left arm. And I think here, I can't tell probably because you have gloves on, but it appears that you have your big knuckles of your small hand, or your bottom hand, excuse me, the big knuckles of your bottom hand lined up with the little knuckles of your top hand. And what we should have is your little knuckles, your top hand, to matched up with your little knuckles of your bottom hand. We want to get that bat buddy in the fingertips of your hand, not in the palm of your hand. When it gets in the palm of your hand, it forces you to use your big muscles. And most of your big muscles, for most hitters, for all hitters, are slower than your smaller muscles. One of the most important things in your swing is your hands and your wrists. You don't create power by using your arms. You create power by snapping the barrel on the baseball and by driving it with your legs, your lower half, your core muscles. And with that grip, it's going to lead you to some issues with, that one's a little better there. It's going to lead you some issues. So right there, you're in a pretty good position to hit right there. Your head's behind the barrel. Okay, your knee is in pretty good shape. But I want you to watch something. Okay, I'm going to put a line right on top of your head. Okay, now as you go through your swing, your head should drop below that line. And you're actually coming up. You're getting taller instead of smaller. Bailey, power comes from the ground. Okay, you have to stay attached to the ground, connected to it, and in order to create that, get that energy to come from the ground. Okay, so we got to do a better job of getting you lower in your lower half. That knee should be bent like this right now. You know, almost like that area, and you're pushing up instead of pushing down. Okay. Okay, let's go through one more swing here and look at what happens after contact. See how that foot lands? Your feet are going like this. You're going at an angle like that. We want that foot to be straight. Your toe line should be just like this. You can see how wide open you get. That puts you in a bad spot. You're losing power that way, and you're also losing the ability to hit anything that's on the outside half of home plate. You'll still be able to hit the inside pitch. You still might be able to get the one down the middle, but the one on the outer half is going to cause you some issues. Okay? So, let's see where we are here. Okay, back to that kind of that push on the ball. I want you to make that bat feel like a whip in your hands. And I want you to snap the barrel on the baseball when you hit. And you got to keep that front hip in, okay? We're going to see what kind of extension you get. About the same as before. Okay? You got to get the urge and the feel for your bat. Throwing your barrel towards center field, Bailey. Throw your barrel towards center field. Okay? Okay. So I'm gonna email you your video, your eval. There's also going to be a couple links on there for a couple drills I want you to do. One is called the dead legs drill, which will help you with your not rotating your upper body so much. And the second one is called a scissors drill or split drill, and that'll help you keeping that front foot in there, which keeps that front hip and front shoulder in. Bailey, I hope you had a great time at camp. I want to thank you for coming to ABC Baseball Camps, and we'll see you at the next one. Thank you.